Waiting eagerly for the next season of The Walking Dead, I decided to get my zombie fix from the latest game from Techland. Having been responsible for the Dead Island series, I hoped for a quick, mindless romp hacking up the undead horde. However, 10 hours in and I was only 50% through the main story. I soon realised that I had bitten off more than I could chew.
Good luck, Crane.
Hello, game fans! The city is stunning, from its grimy slums and sewers to its ornate Arabian-inspired district. The buildings feel solid and lived in, and the verticality that is on offer means that you could go from a ground-level kitchen 1 minute all the way to the rooftop of a 3-story building the next. Once atop of these decaying ruins, once known as Haran, the draw distance is fantastic, allowing you to see for miles in all directions. This level of detail and power show us that Techland have truly made the use of the new gen hardware. The zombies in Dying Light are not just limited to the slow, trudging zombies of the 70s horror movies. Instead, they include the classic trudger, the recently deceased frantic dead, mutations that spit, explode, and the deadliest variation known as the hunter. Hunters roam the streets at night and are fast, strong, and nearly always deadly. Surprisingly, the AI for each type is suitably erratic and can be difficult to predict their actions, making that game even more frantic. Of course, there is their fair share of living human enemies to beat, shoot, and maim, but it's the zombies that are the star of the show. The human element of Dying Light should be applauded, as the sheer amount of NPC characters is astounding. Whilst some are integral to the core game, you'll be amazed at the amount of characters that you get to know through the various side quests and challenges. These NPCs are just as unpredictable as the zombies, and some will stab you in the back just as quick as look at you. Weapons in Dying Light are abundant, and you are never too far away from a table leg, baseball bat, crowbar, hammer or sickle. It's amazing how many people in Haran still use a sickle for their garden. Guns, on the other hand, are much harder to come by, which isn't so bad as they handle like a dog. However, the melee weapons are much more satisfying as they crunch, clobber and crush the myriad of zombie types. Each weapon can be upgraded using an array of crafting mechanics, and soon you will find yourself electrocuting, poisoning and setting on fire all those at the receiving end. Dying Light also features 4-player co-op that allows you and 3 friends to roam the open world, testing your limits and culling the zombie horde. Whilst this looks and sounds good on paper, I wasn't able to test it before writing this review. You pretty much need 3 friends for that. The aptly named Be the Zombie mode allows players to be a super zombie that must first show its dominance over all the other zombies before taking out all of the other human players running around the map. The day and night cycle is one of the core mechanics of this game, and it is done perfectly. During the day, zombies tend to be slow and placid, but once that sun goes down, then they turn into bloodthirsty monsters that could rip you apart with ease. Many of the jump scares happen at night, and you truly get a sense of danger when night falls. Of course, you can choose to sleep through it, providing you can get to a safe zone in time, but the double bonus point for surviving the night certainly is very tempting. Then that leaves the parkour aspect. Dying Light is reminiscent of Mirror's Edge in the respects that you can run, slide, jump, climb and swing your way across Haran. It takes a little bit of time to get used to, and you might find yourself smacking into a few walls, but once it clicks and you get the added roll and grapple skills, you can navigate the city with ease. So far, it sounds too good to be true. A massive open world with over 20 hours of gameplay, co-op modes, a Be the Zombie mode, but it is not without its flaws. Dying Light is so ambitious, and as such it has some slowdown issues. It stutters periodically when there's a lot going on, and even screen tearing occurred whilst I was playing. Whilst these momentarily take you out of the game, these issues are rare, and most of your 20 hours will go without a hitch. Overall, Dying Light is a grower. It takes a little bit of time for it to get going and more time to master the controls, but the city and its inhabitants, both dead and alive, are fantastic. The story is simple but engaging, and there are so many side quests that you can get another 10 hours of gameplay just by seeking and beating those. Its fast and furious gameplay can lead to some slowdown, but the parkour and the zombie mashing is so satisfying, it is well worth a play. If you found this review interesting, useful, then please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with another video very soon.
Finish him!
You did it! That was awesome.